The market is absolutely amazing. Thursday, the market moved pretty much as expected. And of course, we know Friday is OPEC, so many transactions are going to be going through the market. And we need to talk about the elephant in the room. And once again, if you enjoy the channel so far, please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel because every day we have so much information to share with you. Now, let's talk about what actually happened and what we can expect for Friday. And just a friendly reminder, of course, you always want to have your SPY, QQQ, the futures, and the VIX on your chart. So we talked about this in our previous video, right? On SPY, obviously, this was the third touch point on this resistance trend line, and we would hope that it actually happened the way we were hoping for, right? Higher highs and higher lows, and because unlike what we had previously, the sell was pretty bad. Today, we found a little bit of support. We just closed right above that 20 days moving average with very good volume, and MACD is about to cross. At the time of the recording, futures are way up. That's a very good sign. And of course, the VIX. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, we're still in this green area of market bias, but on that CPI day, we actually had a cross on MACD, and the BX trender also turned red. But again, for me to absolutely go along in this market would be for the VIX closing below 1571. But right now we're looking pretty nice. Okay. Um, of course, semi looking as good as ever. We of course saw this. Of course, this is a pretty nasty red candle, but BX just turned green, right? MACD also had a cross. We are closing way above all the moving averages. All right, so semi is looking as nice as ever. Okay, of course, we saw Applied Material really took off. ARM and Qualcomm had a little bit of cooling off, but overall, semi is looking very, very good. Wanted to talk about Palantir. This was the only trade I made on Thursday. Of course, we found a little bit of resistance at 20 days moving average because at the second half of the session, we actually were selling pretty badly for the big tech names, including Apple, Tesla, Nvidia. If it weren't for that, we would have taken off this level pretty easily. But this is looking amazing. All right. Let's see. On 2 hour, don't be really, intimidated by this huge red candle on 2 hour time frame because the broader market was selling off. That's why you see this monster transaction going through down. During that time, of course, the market was, not a lot of buying happening at that hour. So lower high and lower low, doji, bad volume, and the algorithm were just, selling a little bit, but that was just like a technical kind of sell, some profit taking. This is still higher highs and higher low. Very nice. Um, if you this is one of the trade that you really want to take. For this to be invalidated, I think we would have to close below like $67, right? Even gap fill would be okay here. Wouldn't be nice, but I think this trend is still early. We can still potentially be making another high, new all-time high for Palantir, just because small cap is absolutely just right under that spotlight right now with inflation number very cool. You don't want to miss any kind of trade. Obviously, that includes Palantir. Let me know if you want me to cover Uber. I think Uber is very good as well. You know what? Let's take a look here. Yeah, consolidation. Very nice consolidation, and then it broke out, and then you can just expect this thing to go even higher from there. Home Depot, very similar, consolidating for a very long period of time, and finally moved. Yeah, just very nice. I saw this trade over here. I actually made the day trade, but somehow I didn't want to gamble this on CPI. But Home Depot is looking very, very nice, just as Palo Alto did. Remember, we talked about this very replicable. Excuse me. So the last time back in August, during the Japanese yen carry trade. Excuse me. We opened gap down below 200 days moving average, and then we just found support from there. Very similar setup here today. Aside from Monday, obviously we know Monday was pretty bad because we closed very badly last Friday, and then Monday we're just dumping so hard. But the, obviously you see the volume, a lot of transactions were going through and grabbing some liquidity, and then we were just fine from here. Right, that's a very good close. All of this were kind of already scripted after this close. That was really nice. Moving over to 4 hour, you can really see even better and concrete evidence, right? Goodbye, very weak sell. We'll just take it out from here. Looking very nice to me. Aside from Walmart, I mean Walmart, not very good just because on the smaller time frame you're seeing this lower high and lower low. We actually found resistance on Thursday. The high was 91.72. Previously, it was 91.73. However, we found some support down here. This is in the middle of nowhere. We don't know how it's going to move, but you have to be certain that when it moves, it's going to be very quick, very large. Okay. Yeah, market looking very nice right now. On Thursday, actually, I saw a tweet from Jim Cramer saying that Taiwan Semi is good, Bank of America is good, financial market, and also the technology sector all looking very nice. And then I joked about it. I said, "Let's short at the open," and it actually did. Yeah, that guy never fails. Very entertaining. But really, we kind of need to talk about big tech because Apple is looking very bad. One of my regrets is not shorting Apple. I actually listened to this broadcast between Joe Rogan and Mark Zuckerberg. They talked about, Apple has done nothing innovative in the last 20 years. Steve Jobs obviously brought iPhone, and then they just continue to, monetize on the same thing over and over. Now, people are really reluctant to update their iPhones. They used to do it every year. Now they do it probably every other year because the features are just not that nice, right? I think Apple has more downside to go. Looking at the chart, this is very bad close, right? It found no bid whatsoever. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's any news came out yesterday, but I wouldn't touch Apple here. Absolutely not. But Tesla, that's another story. I'm so happy about this because you don't want to chase it, just after we found a little bit of support on 20 days moving average. After surging for like 8%, you don't want to chase it right here. But we obviously made higher highs and higher lows. We closed way above 20 days moving average, and if you want to go over to smaller time frame, it is still higher highs and higher lows. We can't even close that gap, right? This is just telling how strong Tesla actually is. The selling, look at the candle here, the volume has just been decreasing exponentially, and then we found support. You go over to 2 hours and 4 hour, that's the same story. We just found support over here. We found support on this major moving average, and we also found support on 4 hours moving average as well, right here. That is telling you, people are patiently awaiting for Tesla to find support, and then they can re-enter into this market. Right? The market is looking very nice. Just like Caterpillar, Palantir, Home Depot, all these things, we're still very early in this new uptrend after pretty brutal sell-off in the last 2 months. So you don't want to miss out on these guys. Check out my previous video about Caterpillar. It has a lot of information. But to enter in Caterpillar now, I think is for investment purpose. If you want to trade it, it's not gonna be as easy because the trend has been going on for a while. You'll have better luck with Palantir or maybe even Palo Alto at this stage. So yeah, that's a wrap for me, guys. Once again, this is not any financial advice. You're trading on your own risk. I'm just providing you with what I'm seeing in the market. Please make sure you do whatever feels comfortable to you, and also controlling your risk. And I will post another video after Friday close to give you a full update on, the end of week, what happened during the week and what we can expect for next week after OPEX. So until then, have a good one. Happy trading. I will see you again. Bye bye.